This episode brought to you by Nicholson Realty 2.0, the Gas City Performing Arts Center, Chuck Sewer, Drain and Plumbing.
Anyways. All right. Well, welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Conrad. Let's go. We're sitting here with Nick McKinley, a past guest. How we doing, man?
I'm doing great. Good to be here.
We're sitting here talking schedules.
Yeah.
And
Schedules. It's always busy. Always something.
yes, it is. It sure is. So, how has everything been going?
Well, it's been going well. The election's over. The filing deadline is over, or the time frame in which you can appoint candidates into seats that weren't filled during the election. And so that's all over, and we're looking towards November now.
Nice, nice. So, I know you're probably not going to share it all, but what are the Republican strategy? What's the grand old party strategy to get these people's butts in that office that they're running for?
Well, the ground game is important. It's just getting them out there to knock on doors, to have events, get in front of people, mixed with an online strategy as well. So you've got to get out, get your message out. And my favorite is just door-to-door knocking. And we have a lot of candidates that aren't contested, so they're going to win in November. But we have some that are contested with some Democrat opponents, and those races we're going to work really hard on, make sure that the people hear their message, whether it's door-to-door, mailers, online presence, events. We're going to have a mix of all of it just to get them out there in front of people.
So when you have unopposed candidates, what's the strategy with that? Because don't you want them to get out there, get their faces seen, get their names in people's heads? And
Yeah, absolutely. I've told many candidates that are unopposed that you still need to get out there, still need to put your signs out there, because it gives people an opportunity to know who you are, at least know who the representative is, whether it's on a county council or even a local township board.
Okay.
So yeah, I still encourage them to get out there, still communicate, and they can do just as much as the contested candidates. Obviously, it's not so much of a worry, are they going to win or not? It's just get out there, get connected, know who you're representing, and hear what they have to say.
It's the public relations part of it, right?
Yeah,
Get
absolutely.
out there and
Yeah.
get familiar with your candidates and who's going to represent you.
Yeah.
So now that we're heading towards this general, do you got any big plans for yourself
For the general?
for moving towards the future?
Oh, okay.
Once
No.
we get past the
Yeah,
general.
no. I mean, I am just going to keep doing what I'm doing,
Okay.
run my business,
Yeah.
and be the party chair. I still serve on the Marion Redevelopment Commission, so a lot of great things going on there with the developments downtown in Marion. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know where life's going to take me, and where people ask me to go. I'm just I like to serve. I've always had that in my blood to serve my community, whether it's on a board or an elected position. But I have no plans right now, and
plans.
just going to keep on serving where I'm at.
No, I gotchas, but a little birdie told me they thought that you might run for the next Marion mayor.
It's funny. I think I hear that about every day. Either people say, we hear you're going to run, or people asking me to run. But as of today, I don't have any plans. I know I hear the rumors all the way around, other podcasts or other people putting it online. I think it's just the small town rumor mill. You got one person that thinks it, and then they tell everybody else. And whether it's people wanting me to run or just thinking I'm going to run, I don't know. I'm going to finish my Senate term. It ends November 3rd, and I'm dedicated to representing this district until November 3rd. And what happens beyond that, I don't know. I'm somebody that never says never to anything in life.
No, and you shouldn't.
Yeah, because you never know where life or God's going to take you. But as of today, I don't have plans for anything right now.
You know, Nick, I'm a firm believer when one door closes, sometimes another door, a bigger
Yeah.
garage style door opens.
Yeah, good play on words there.
Yeah.
Garage talk, garage
Yeah.
door.
I
Yeah,
try.
you never know. I mean, I think we'll have some good candidates for the race in next year for mayor. We also have city council seats as well in Marion, but also we have county seats and as the party chair, my focus right now is to get everyone elected in November, and we'll see what goes from there. I kind of try to take that one step at a time. I want to get the Republicans elected in November, and then we'll turn gears and look at next year. But as far as my personal plans, I don't have a desire to be in a position of authority or any kind of power or anything like that. At the end of the day, it's just in my heart to serve. I want good things. I just so happen to be a Republican and believe in Republican principles, and I want Republicans to win, and I want good Republicans to serve. There's a difference between campaigning and governing. You can run a really good campaign, but then you got to figure out how to govern, and I think I do well in both. But yeah, we'll just see where life takes me, and I don't know what path I'm going to go down yet.
Sometimes you're just along for the ride.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole Senate race. There were actually several other people that were interested in running, and I gave them first. I'm like, hey, if you want to run, you want to jump in on that caucus, go ahead. We were. I mean, there was this kind of general consensus that we really wanted just one candidate from Grant County to represent in that caucus, and after those several candidates said, no, I'm not interested. Many of them said, but hey, we think you should jump in on it. So that's how I ended up in that Senate race. I wasn't necessarily like jumping in head first going, me. I'm always honored to serve, but that's kind of how that happened. But, with the mayor race next year, I wish the Mayor Moreau would run again, but I understand, what's going on in his life, and he's got young kids and just has some maybe some opportunities elsewhere that I think he'll serve well in. But I just want Marion to succeed. I want Grant County. I want Gas City to succeed. I want good people in office. Bill Rock's doing a fantastic job in Gas City. Even though he's an independent, and him and I jab each other all the time about, hey, Bill, you can always, put the R next to your name. But at the end of the day, he's doing a great job, and he's running Gas City well. And we want the same thing in Marion. I want the same thing in Sweetser, Swayze, Fairmount, Van Buren, Matthews, all over the place. And I think Republicans just happen to do it better than the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good self-promoter and representative of that community is needed. But use Bill for an example. He loves Gas City.
Mm-hmm.
He will use every opportunity he can to promote Gas City, and right now he wants to see Gas City grow.
Right.
So Marion isn't. I don't want to say what. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
Sure.
Job wise, it's not what it used to be.
Yeah. Marion lost a lot of the industrial jobs to China. I mean, look at the RCA plant.
China, Mexico.
Making those TVs in China now. And now we have cheap flat screen TVs, but at what expense? We lost jobs in Marion. I don't know if we could avoid the change in technology. What you have to do, like any good business to survive, you have to adapt with time and generations and technology. And Marion just needs an identity. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and be only one type of industry. But I think there's an opportunity for Marion to continue to develop and reinvent itself and find more jobs, good paying jobs. But we also have to have a good labor pool. Like people have to have the skills and to be able to do these jobs. And that's what's going to attract good employers to anywhere in Grant County is if they know they're going to have a good labor pool is what they call it, that's going to show up and be able to do the job and be on time and not call off every day and pass drug tests, all that stuff. So, but if a good employer, yes,
very important.
But if a good employer comes, I think people follow. And what employers also look for if they're going to bring a business to town is they look at quality of life. And so they want to go somewhere where people are also going to want to raise their families or live. And so I'm speaking just for Marion because I was on the council and I'm
Mm-hmm.
still on the redevelopment commission. But one of the major focuses right off the bat was to try and improve quality of life. That's something that, as a city, we had more control over. Right? We can't just pull a business in and open their doors tomorrow. But what, as a city and a redevelopment commission, we can do is to make it a nicer place to live. Support the schools that all feed into Marion, because people want good schools for their kids. But really, it's just quality of life. So that's why you see, downtown Marion. There's a strategic plan that we're working on and hopefully finishing up, just to beautify downtown. We're a lot of the buildings down there there's going to be a plan to convert them into like living spaces up above and businesses down below. You see the River Rocks project. We have another apartment building complex, really nice apartments are going downtown. And of course, I see people on Facebook going, you got to have jobs to pay for people to live in those. Well, there is a demand. We have a housing shortage in Grant County and in Marion. But that's what employers look at. Hey, is there a place for my people, my employees, to live or to move to Marion and have a place to live? But quality of life is really important. Gas City's did a phenomenal job. Bill Rock's done a great job with just bringing all those attractions, the splash pad and all the other amenities, and having the YMCA come to Gas City. It becomes very attractive for employers to go, okay, I think we can see us being there because we'll have employees that want to live there. So that's what we're trying to do in Marion. That's what I want to see all over the county, though.
I mean, I can just speak on Gas City because I'm a resident, but I mean, we have a lot to brag about here because you know how many things we have that go on that are completely free. The splash pad, you can go there for free. There's concerts in the park. They do First Fridays for entertainment. Now, the concessions aren't free.
Yeah.
But it's something that brings out the community for a good fellowship of the community. And I think that Marion has some of those things.
Yeah.
They're trying.
They do. There's more events. There's a lot more events than people realize. You just have to stay up to speed, whether it's on Facebook through the City of Marion page. There's always some type of event going on every weekend somewhere in Marion. But the other thing too is Marion is a wonderfully diverse community, and so it's important that we provide in Marion activities and events that are attractive to young and old and in all ethnicities, and make sure everyone feels like they're at home and welcome there. So I think it's important. I mean, I saw Mayor Morrell back on the July 4th weekend. He had that really cool car show and had some celebrity. I forget the guy's name. The Donk Master, I think, is his name. I don't follow it, but had some really cool cars out there and brought in a big crowd. I mean, those are the things that are important to the Marion community, to attract all different types of people to come out to events. But we need to have more of them. At the end of the day, it costs money. And I think what people want is they want to know that their taxpayer dollars are going to quality of life, roads, public safety, and those are some of the core needs that each community have. And I think we've come a long way in the last 2.5 years since Mayor Morrell got in. But I think we can definitely do more, but it just costs money, and you got to have the money to pay for it.
Going back to what you do for the GOP. For those that don't know, explain a little bit what goes on.
Yeah. So as a chair, there's a lot that goes on. And first of all, I'll say as a chair, there's no pay. It's 100% volunteer. And it's sometimes a very thankless job. And in fact, I'll just be frank and honest with you, it got used against me in my Senate campaign. I was painted as an establishment guy. I'm a party chair. I was in that position for 1 year. And what you do as a party chair is you're not there to tell candidates what they are supposed to do as far as govern. I mean, once they're elected. They're representing the people. You talk to the people. I'm not there to tell you how to do your job. My job as a party chair is to bring some structure or organization, but there's a lot of administrative things. You know, we have precinct committee members, so if somebody moves or leaves, then I have to backfill that position, but also try and recruit people to run. So this last election, I had 3 trustee positions that were open and probably 10 or 12 trustee board positions. I had a town council seat, Upland, that nobody ran for. So as the chair,
Wow.
I take it on to go and find and recruit people to be in those positions. And so I think it was July 6th was the deadline for me to basically appoint into those positions somebody to run, since nobody filed to run in the primary. So there's a lot of back end work. So a lot of phone calls. Like we have an event this on Saturday. I don't know when this is airing, but we have an event this Saturday that I completely organized with the help of our vice chair, Adrian Rhines Hammond, where I have Congresswoman Victoria Spartz and Max Engling, our Secretary of State nominee, and many other of our Grant County electeds, or the ones that won the primary, that are going to be there to speak. And so there's a lot to it. I have to create a Facebook event, and I have a ticketing system online. There's a lot of back-end coordination just to have a brunch. We have to coordinate with the Tomahawk, tell them how many people are coming. So you're constantly organizing is what you're doing, just to try and get Republicans together. And but on top of that, come general election, you know, a strategy of how do we get the message out? How do I fundraise so that we can pay for and do things to help promote our candidates in November, whether it's sending mailers out or paid advertising, all of those things. So you wear a lot of hats as a chair for no pay.
Sounds like a busy job.
That
for no
scratches
pay.
the surface, yeah. And so yeah, but it's something that's important. It's really important job to have, because it can make or break the direction of your Republican Party. And I'm gonna be frank with you, I've been in this chair position for a year and a half now, I think, maybe. One of the things that I want to do from the get-go is try and unite the Republican Party. The elephant in the room is that there seems to be some division, right? Anyone can see it. My goal is to bring the party together, unite Republicans, because at the end of the day, we vote Republican. And we don't all have to agree. That's the beauty of being a Republican, I think, is that there are so many different ideas as a Republican, and that there isn't a cookie cutter Republican. We're not the type of people that just fall in line and just say, yes, master. That's not who we are. We're independent thinkers. We have independent ideas. And we may not agree on 100% of everything, but more than likely we probably agree on 95 to 99% of the ideas that we have, with just following the Constitution, our freedoms, limited government, all of that. But it's just trying to get people to come together and have all of our government organizations working together and not working against each other. So it takes time. It just takes time to chip away and build relationships. It's it's not tiring or anything, but it does take energy. It takes effort, energy to reach out to different Republicans that maybe don't talk, to try and get them to come together. And it's just one day at a time. And my goal is to make this Republican Party stronger when I leave than when I came in.
I got that, man. I got that. So we've had Katie Robbins, who's the Democratic candidate. I've reached out to Lori Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could put in a little good word to
I
come
will.
on the show. We
Yeah.
would love to have her hear her stance on running, and see if we can't get a good episode out of her.
Sure.
I have belief that we can.
Yeah, I will get a hold of her and vouch that, hey, it's a great program. You guys reach a lot of people, and I think it's important too for people just to hear her message. But yeah, I'll leave that up to her. But I will definitely put a plug in for you.
I try and tell people, I don't care who you vote for. We want you to know every candidate, so you make an educated vote when you go cast that ballot, and you're in that ballot booth. It's not really a booth, but when you're standing there hitting your buttons, pick who's best for you. That's what I do.
Sure, and I, as the Republican chair, I have to say I think the best are the Republicans.
Hey,
But look, it's
yeah,
America. It's a free country.
yeah,
Nobody's recording your vote, and that's what I love. Is
yeah,
we're a republic, is what we are,
yeah.
and I believe the power should be mostly left to the states, and the states come together and form a union to have a better, stronger defense. But at the end of the day, we're a free country. I'm a huge history buff on how this country was founded, the Revolutionary War, the fight against the British, and so many people fought and died, literally gave their life for people to show up and go vote without anyone looking over your shoulder. And unfortunately, I think there's people either disenfranchised or just don't care enough that don't show up. Our turnout back in the primary in Grant County was just over 16%.
Yep.
It was down from 4 years prior. It was like 18.5%. So we dropped 2.5% in 4 years, and we had more contested races too across the ballot. But one thing I heard was people are just like, I'm just so turned off of politics. Okay, you can be turned off of the advertising, you can be turned off of whatever you see on Facebook, but at the end of the day, you cannot complain if you're not voting. And so,
Oh, they still will.
They still will. Yeah,
They
there's
still
keyboard
will.
warriors. Trust me, I know
Yeah.
who they are, and I see them. Or people send me screenshots. I don't care. I don't get involved in that. At the end of the day, it's your civic duty to show up and vote because there's people in Iran and North Korea and all these communist countries, Russia, China, that would just die to actually have a fair election and to vote. Not to say our elections have been perfect here. There are some issues for sure, but we're way farther ahead than many of those other countries and those citizens that literally get murdered if they speak out against their president. So, not to go super deep on that, but I can't stress enough, people have to show up to vote. Whether whatever party or independent, just show up and vote because we want our government to be the most representative of the people. And if you don't vote, you're not representing what you want. So,
Well, I appreciate you taking time.
Yeah.
Your busy schedule to come and sit down with us for a few.
yeah, I appreciate it.
On down the road, we might have the Democratic chair on. We've sent an invite, and we'll hear her side of it. But I gotta tell you, man, your future. You do you think you will end up running for mayor?
Look at you. Look at you squeezing the lemon out of me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just focused on where I'm at right now, and I'm a straightforward person, right? I'm not going to lie. I ran for that Senate seat. I did win Grant County, and so those in Grant County, thank you. I got almost 60% of the vote in Grant County, and that meant a lot to me, and I'm grateful for that. But running campaigns, they take a lot of work. And I just, before that, ran a city council campaign 2 years prior to that, where I walked the entire town of Marion, the city. And so, I mean, if I were to run for anything else in the next year, that's 3 campaigns in 3 years. Now, I can do it. I'm like the Energizer buddy. I've got always, something to give me energy. But, I mean, it's for a good cause. I just want good things. But, it's your family. You're away from your family. I mean, when I ran for Senate, I was gone sun up to sundown. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a family decision, anything you do like that big. But I also have to, figure out how would that impact my business and all of those things. So I never say never. It's just I'm not ready to commit to anything right now. And we'll just see where things go.
Well, you heard it here first on Garage Talk. It's a maybe.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the big M.
Yeah, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Thank you again. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon, maybe.
Anytime.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Anytime. We'll talk about whatever. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.